Good morning and welcome back to the channel and the FC project. Yesterday I was having a little bit of an oil pressure issue, so I'm going to go get an oil pressure water temp gauge, throw it in here. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm pretty sure it is, but just want to make sure. One thing I just noticed is the FC doesn't leak any more oil, so she's a clean girl now. I think it's ready to go. Hopefully everything is okay. I did connect the oil level sensor on the bottom, and then there's another sensor in the pan. It might be an oil temperature sensor. I'm not exactly sure, but I connected that as well. The gauge cluster randomly goes on and off, but it continues to buzz, which is kind of irritating. Another thing is, because I'm having all these weird finicky issues, I decided not to drive it up to Estes Park. It would have been awesome to be able to do, but I just don't want it to break down. I'm still kind of on the edge of not driving it because I don't know what the coolant temperature is. But there's a meet that is close by. It's only like 5 miles away. So I'm going to take this thing over there. Hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully it makes it and everything is good. But let's head over there and see how she does. The suspension is kind of sketchy, and yeah, it's like riding a Cadillac almost. It has that nice, like, comfortable, not stiff bounce. So we got the Cadillac RX7 right here. Going to Sonic in the FC, getting groceries in the FC. I got some water and I got some bananas. Just trying to do a pull and the steering gets really sketchy. I think I need to go through all the bushings, but it just like starts shaking all crazy. And yeah, it's scary. Take the FC over to the coffee shop to upload one of the videos, and you guys are going to be riding passenger over there. As passenger as you guys can get. I kind of stuck it over on that side, so you're going to get the full view. 25 and it gets worse as you go. Look at this guy. Now look at that. It just gets really sketchy. So I think coilovers and like a full poly bushing kit is probably on the list to do to this car. But other than that, she drives completely fine. Oil pressure's great. You know, it pulls good. It needs an exhaust. It's pretty loud. I just did that to drive it around, but I think full exhaust out the back would be great. I need to figure something out with that. Literally every car I have, except for the coupe and my truck, and probably the Hellcat, the horns don't work. I don't know why. The VR4, they don't work. This, they don't work. The FD, they don't work. Like every car that I have, except for my truck, the Hellcat, and the coupe, because I made sure the horns worked in the coupe. I rewired everything. So I need to make these horns work. Damn it.
Nothing to get me out of this fucking thing.
So Ronnie's gonna go for a ride with me, and the first thing he does is stick the seatbelts on. That doesn't have a button anymore. You can't get out of it.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Yeah, hopefully the car doesn't light on fire.
Yeah, no shit. I don't have a knife or nothing to get me out of this fucking thing.
I think it just presses. How does that work?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you just press the little white
You have
thing?
to, no, you have to push both of those metal tabs at the same time.
Alright, so, yeah, this thing's like...
It's like a tractor.
I mean, it starts right up.
That's pretty good.
I wish this was...
Does this window go all the way down?
Yeah, it would, because sometimes it gets pissed off. So you have to like give it a little start. There's your mailbox.
Dude, that's not bad for a stock 87.
Yeah. And it's not doing the... See, it's not slapping the wheel. Maybe it's because there's weight on that side. Because usually like the wheels start slapping. What do you think we got going on here?
I don't know what they're doing.
I mean, it's not bad for an old ass car.
Yeah, I mean, literally, just for like stock in 87.
Hear the exhaust scraping? I want to do an exhaust out the back. This shit's way too loud. There's just like a solution for the cat, because I delete the cat.
Well, and for how much you paid for this thing,
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't buy a car probably this fun for that price
Yeah.
anywhere.
And you, like my truck, like literally I have less in fixing this and registering than I paid to register my truck.
Yeah.
So, well, until I put coilovers on it.
That'll be the most expensive part, that and the
Coils
wheels.
and the wheels. But I mean, all the shit's deleted and I have it set so it idles nice.
Dude, it is freaking loud.
I mean, it's no louder than a Harley.
True.
Look at the oil pressure.
That's pretty good. What do you think you're revving it to?
Got a 9.
Dude, I like that.
I wonder if it shoots flames usually they do when it floods.
I bet it does.
I have a surprise for you guys. I have been looking for something for quite a while, and I have finally found what I've been looking for, close to what I've been looking for, but it's better than nothing. We're heading over there right now, and let's go check it out. So we are here at the new shop, and it is kind of a relief to actually have a place to call my own again. It is actually really exciting. So when I moved to Minnesota to work for Cummins, I pretty much put all my stuff in a semi-trailer, got rid of the shop, went up there for 4 years, have been back for around 3 years. So I haven't had a shop or a place really to call my own for about, you know, 6 or 7 years. The Junkyard kind of, it really isn't a place to call my own. I'm glad my old boss is letting me use it to do the Hellcat, to do the truck, all that stuff. But this is a place that I could call my own, and I'm really, really excited. And I think you guys should be excited about this too, because now I'll have a place that I could come to. You guys will be able to see the projects. It isn't that big. It is, I'm not exactly sure what the size is, but I should be able to get, you know, I should be able to get the projects in here. And between this and the garage at the house, I shouldn't have an issue. I should be able to park all the done stuff at the house and have all the projects here at the shop. So working at Cummins for the better part of 4 years, I kind of liked how they always kept the factory was always very clean. The concrete was either, you know, it was always dedicated. So the concrete was either polished or it was painted white. It was very, very tidy. So I already started moving some stuff in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal this in gloss white. I have already washed and etched half of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this half. They have these pallet racks in here. I purchased them from them. So I have pallet racks. I'll set the pallet racks up, sort through all of this stuff. All this stuff came out of my semi-trailer. So when I moved to Minnesota, the semi-trailer, I bought a semi-trailer. I threw everything in there. Actually, I didn't throw it in there. My dad threw everything in there. And on the way of throwing everything in there, I lost some of my tools, which was kind of crazy and kind of disappointing to me that they just disappeared and I didn't get anything out of them. But I do have a lot of tools still in my semi-trailer. I have an air compressor, tire machine, parts washer, press, blah, blah, blah. I have a bunch of stuff in there. It's gonna be awesome to have everything in one spot, and I think you guys will appreciate it as well. So once I get this, you know, painted and finished, I could start putting some of the cars in here. The Hellcat should be running and driving in the next couple weeks, and it is at the body shop right now. So once it gets back from the body shop, really all I have to do is spray the bay, throw the drivetrain back in it, and it will be back running and driving. The whole parts catastrophe with U-Ship is almost coming to the end. They're going to send me a checkout after, you know, it's been 3 months. So you guys have been waiting for the Hellcat. I have been waiting to drive the Hellcat. I decided to cut the scat pack up to fix the Hellcat. There will be its own dedicated video talking about the Hellcat and what is actually happening with it. Actually, the video will probably be the car, maybe the base sprayed, maybe rolling. I'm not exactly sure, but it is coming up. I'm kind of waiting to do a video on that until I get it back from the body shop. So once I get it back from the body shop, I could just start hammering down on it and get it finished. So then when it's the drives, I could do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So you guys aren't waiting forever and ever, just like I've been waiting for the whole U-Ship saga to pretty much come to an end, and it finally has. So this floor has been etched, will be coated tomorrow. And once it's coated tomorrow, I think I should be able to put the pallet racks up in 2 days. This shop project and getting it ready for the whole channel is gonna be, you know, a few weeks in the making. So doing dailies on that and keeping you guys updated on what I'm doing day to day today is gonna be a lot better than actually, you know, just putting one video of everything. So This should be the pallet racks right here. I'm still kind of deciding how I want them. It looks like I have 5 of the things, so I'm guessing that they had all of them together, so it made 3 racks. I'm probably gonna just do 2, have 2 right here from right there to right there, because I don't want it to stick too far out past this pillar. Or I could do 1 on the corner, another on the corner right here. I don't want to go too far this way because there's 2 garage doors. There's a larger one and a smaller one, and if I do a pallet rack too close to that door, I won't be able to pull anything in and out that's worth anything, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't want a pallet rack going anywhere past that beam right there. So if I had 2 making an L right there, that wouldn't be bad. And I could also put stuff on them if I get a forklift or whatnot. And there's 220 right there. So what I'm thinking in this corner right here is I will have the air compressor, tire machine, and the welder station kind of in this general area, vicinity, wherever you want to call it. And yeah, so over here, I'll probably have the press and the parts washer and some other stuff right there. So I want to keep everything very functional so I could actually get to stuff, use it. I could put stuff on the pallet racks. There just isn't a bunch of stuff in the way. You guys could tell what projects I'm working on, and everything hopefully will flow extremely well. So Eric at DNS got me this 2-part gloss white epoxy floor paint. And what I'm going to do is mix half a gallon of each, because it's, you know, 1 part one, another part the other, and I'll see how far half a gallon goes. I had this old Craftsman drill over there. I also got that little stirring attachment from DNS, and that'll make it a lot easier to thoroughly mix both parts of this epoxy. And then I'll start coating the floor. And last night I did wash it and etch it, and it is all nice and dry. So you want to make sure the concrete is dry, and it'll probably be a lot harder in a more humid area. This floor is looking a lot better. I really like the gloss white finish. Once it has another coat on it, it will be more uniform. Right now it has some light spots, which is kind of undesirable, but that was only 2 gallons of that product, and it did cover, I'd say, pretty much the area of a 2-car garage. So I'll probably need 4 gallons for this side. Waited about 5 hours, went and got some more floor paint, came back, put the second coat of the paint on the floor. Now tomorrow evening I should be able to put the pallet racks up and then stick all of this stuff over here, sort it, put it on the pallet racks, and then I could clean the rest of the floor, coat the rest of the floor, and the shop will be ready. I also did get some yellow right here for this little divider, and then I'm gonna get some more gloss white for this area right here and that path right there. Or if I could get some gray maybe. Not exactly sure, I'll probably do it in white, but this paint is all right. It's pretty decently glossy. The one thing I'm not really liking with it is it doesn't coat very well. It kind of is almost transparent. This is the second coat, and you still, I don't know, it hasn't dried yet, but you can still almost see some of the concrete below it. So the white was really what I was looking for. I just like how much brighter white makes stuff look, especially inside. So this will pretty much just reflect the light. If you did a darker color, even gray, gray does reflect some light, but white will just, I mean, it will just make it so much better. I was thinking about doing these floors in gloss gray, but I just, you know, ended up deciding at the last minute to do white, and I think it was a good choice. So I will put links in the description for the stuff I used, but just know this, it takes a few coats to actually get it to coat well, and there are different products. The product I'm using is made so if your tires are warm or hot on your vehicle, that it doesn't lift it up. The stuff I'm going to use on the path, the gloss white or gloss gray, it's made more for forklifts. So if I did drive a car, which I can't right there, it would lift that up because it would stick to the tire. So this stuff is good for what it is intended for, and the stuff on the path will be good for what it's intended for. And I also got this stuff right here, this yellow for the edge, like I said. That is going to be the end of this video. I'm really excited that I'm close to having my own spot. It's been so long since I've had my own shop. So if you like these videos, click the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.